Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So today I thought I would do a video relating to the time we're in. It is very much prom / formal season. It's a very big event. A lot of people are getting their hair done, makeup done and going full out with their dresses. So today I thought I would look at creating a tutorial for the makeup. So this is going to be more of a warm, soft, glam look that you can wear to prom, formal or just any event in general. So I'm going to get straight on with the video today and thank you for watching. So to start off with, I have literally just cleansed my face and I used a face scrub to do it. So I've used a scrub that has very little parts in it rather than big chunky scrub parts. So this is really good for getting around smaller places around here and really scrubbing into the skin. It does also give a much smoother base for when you put your makeup on, as it removes any dead skin cells, so you end up with a lot less texture. Okay, so to start off with, we are going in with the skin prep. Obviously I've cleansed my face, so now we want to make sure the skin is hydrated, makeup sits nicely on top of it. I'm going in with a serum, so I'm just using the ordinary hyaluronic acid serum, and this is going to be really good for hydrating the skin, making sure that the makeup sits smoothly. And with the hyaluronic acid, because it is a water-based product, it holds a lot of water, it is going to make sure that your skin doesn't end up flaky throughout the day. So it's really good for if you have dry or even oily skin. If your water levels are low, your makeup will crumble and sit funny. So I'm just going to apply this all over the skin. Now just going in with my eye cream. This is going to make sure that all of my concealer sits smoothly under my eyes. Then just on top I'm going in with a day cream. Obviously this is very used up, but I'm going in with my embryolisse, and this is a bit of an all-in-one, so it's like a primer, cream and mask. You can use it for anything really, but it's really nice for makeup to sit on top of it. It just gives a really smooth hydrated base, and especially if you like something a little bit more glowy. So now I'm going to let all that soak in. I'm going to let my base all sort of come together. While that is happening, I'm going to go straight onto the eyes, so I'm going to zoom you in. Okay, so this is how close I can get it, so hopefully you can see my eyes here. And what I'm going to do is take a little bit of a flannel and I'm just going to rub any product that is off my eyebrows. I feel like if you've got any cream on your eyebrows, the product doesn't go on properly. It sort of sits on top of the cream, and when you put your gel down, it doesn't set it properly because you've got so much moisture there. It almost melts the gel off. So I always wipe off any products that are on my brows. Okay, so now I'm just brushing them through with a spoolie just to make sure they're all in position. So next I'm just going in with my NYX micro brow pencil. This is in the shade Ash Brown, and what I'm going to do is just start to create upwards motions to sort of create that hair-like effect. And if you get any slightly too low, just rub under it with your finger to clear that up. And as I have not long tinted my brows, I feel like I don't need to go over them too much, but I'm mainly just going over the front, and then I'm going to go over the arch slightly just to create a little bit more shape and definition there as well. And this is completely unique to you. If you do like a fuller brow, go in a lot more, although if you do like something a little bit more natural and light, I'd say just go in very lightly. And everyone's brows are different, so where I am filling in, you might not need to fill in as much. I know that the front of my brow can get very sparse, whereas some people don't have that. So it's about looking at your own brows and seeing what parts just need that extra bit of colour. So that's one brow there. I'm just going to do the other brow, then come back. Okay, so I've just done the other side of my brow, and what I'm taking now is my Morphe gel, and I'm literally just going to grab this, and I'm using my e.l.f. spoolie brush as well. I'm taking quite a good amount of this, and I'm literally pushing quite hard on the brow and then just lifting them up. So just going along, starting at the front and working my way around. I'm just pushing upwards on the brow, and then because it does go quite far up, I'm taking this end of my spoolie and I'm literally just sort of going along and ever so slightly pushing that down, and then this has created that very lifted brow look. Moving on from that, I'm then taking my P. Louise base and we're going to start on the eyes. So I'm going to put this on my eyes, and this is going to work as a primer and also sort of sculpt out the bottom part of my brow. Apologies, the mic cut out at this point for some reason, but I'm taking the Too Faced eyeshadow palette in Pink Times Ahead, applying that onto the eyelid and then just blending that out with a big fluffy brush. Okay, so I've lightly put that on both eyes. It's just created that little bit more warmth and a little bit more shape. So I'm now taking a slightly deeper pink colour in the palette on a smaller brush as well, and I'm going to take that slightly higher up, going from the outer corner, and then just bringing that in along where I've just put that pink before, but like I said, keeping that one higher up. And then the further into the eye you go, the less product you need, so you don't necessarily need to dip back in, and I'm just lightly blending that in there. Then going back in with my big fluffy brush that I did for my first colour, and I am just blending that in a little bit more, just so it looks less like a line, and blending it in with that first colour that I put down. So now that second colour is down, I am going in for the third time with the deeper colour, and this is the one on the very far right. So taking that again on the same brush that I used before, but I am just keeping this on the very outer corner, and I'm not actually going to put it as high up as I did the other colour. So this is just to create that little bit more depth to the eye, and then going straight back in afterwards with the big fluffy brush to blend that in. Okay, so it might look a little bit weird at the moment, but we're halfway through, so you've got to trust the process. So what I'm going to do now is take my P. Louise base, and this one is in the white shade. I'm taking some of this, popping it on the back of my hand, and a smaller brush. So I'm really going to load up that brush with the colour. And then what I'm going to do is just sort of shape out where I want to put a bit of a crease. So this is where I'm going to put my much more statement shimmer colour. So I'm going to go all along the eye, and if you put a bit too much product down, you can just pat that in. So going all along the eye, shaping along, and I am just taking this underneath the crease. And then once I get to sort of the end of the eye, I'm not taking it too far along, but I am just going to pat that bit in, just so it blends a bit better with the shadow. We're going to go over it again anyway, but I'm taking it 2/3 across the eye. Once I've done that, I'm taking my Colourpop shadow. This one's in the shade Frog. I'm just going to rub that in with my finger, and then very lightly I am just going to press over where we've just put all of that base down to add the shimmer into the eye. Okay, so I've gone over the eye with the Frog colour for the initial sparkle. I'm then also taking a light pink colour from the palette that I've been using, and I'm going to lightly pop that over the top as well, and this will just help to blend all of the colours together and gives a little bit more of a brightening pink tone to the eye. Okay, so then I'm taking that first colour that I went in with. This is just the bright sort of pinky colour, and then I'm going to blend everything slightly together just so it's a little bit softer on the eye. So I'm starting off on the outer corner and blending these across. Then just to soften it in a little bit more, I'm just going over where those colours separate, where I've done that cut crease with that light pink, and just blending it together ever so slightly, just so it's a bit softer again. Now I want to create a wing, so I'm going in with a dark shade. I'm taking the shade from my BH Cosmetics palette. So I'm taking this on an angled brush, and I'm going to create a line just where the sellotape's been put down to create a nice sharp eyeliner look. And then with this line, I'm actually going to bring it all the way in to the inner corner, just because it gives a lot more sort of drama and definition to the eye. Okay, so that is the wings done. I have just done like that dark brown line, and I've also taken the tape off so you can see how it helps to give that sharp look. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do this quickly off camera, is I've got a few of these little lashes from Nyx. So I'm literally just going to apply maybe 3 or 4 per eye onto the lash line, just to give that extra bit of drama and definition. Those are the lashes on. I focused them more on the outer corner of the eye to give that lift. I ended up putting 4 lashes on each eye. So there's like double lash there, so it's normally about 8 lashes I've got on each eye. I'm going to take a little mascara, and I always find the mini mascaras are best for if you do have false lashes on rather than a big full size mascara. I do love using a little mini one because I feel like I can angle where I want my mascara a bit more than normal. So I am mainly focusing this on the sort of start of the lashes to blend them together, and then because my natural lashes are a little bit blonder, I am just going to take it a little bit on where I put the false lashes as well. There we go, and it blends the lashes, but it's not too intense. I'm then just going to go in with a simple black liner. So I'm putting that in my waterline, and it really helps to create that cat eye shape. Okay, so that's pretty much the eyes almost done. I still need to do underneath, but we're going to do the base first. So on the base, I'm using one of my little mini Touche Éclat Blur primers, and I'm focusing this more on the centre of the face, but then rubbing it outwards to the very outer corner. This is just going to help to create that really smooth blurred look on the skin, and also help make it last a lot longer as well. So I've just zoomed you out a bit, so hopefully you can see me a bit better. So I'm going in with my Too Faced foundations. I'm mixing a couple of shades together as I have put a bit of gradual tan on, so I'm not as pale as I usually am. And then I am literally just going to apply this all over the skin as well. So taking a flat head brush, I am literally just blending this in all over the skin. I'm doing more sort of patting motions to begin with, and then a little bit more of a rub after, just to blend that all together. And I'm putting this all over. I'm trying to avoid around the eye area because I don't want to layer up the product there. It's better if you keep that bit clear, as it prevents any creasing by not having an overload of products under the eye. Okay, so that's all blended on the skin. Going in with my bronzer. This is the Butter Bronzer in the light shade, and I'm going to take this on a big fluffy brush, and then I am literally just going to hold my hair back, because if you're blonde, you know when you get bronzer on your hair it goes really orange. So I'm just going to blend this all along, and I'm then sort of patting it in on the side of the face. And when I pull the skin up, it almost gives me that indication of where I sort of want to place the bronzer, so it gives a lot more of a sculpted look. I'm also going to take a little bit of that on the sides of the face here, so on the top of the head, just on the side, again putting my hand there so I don't get any in my hair. And then for the nose, I'm just taking a little stick, and I am just going to slightly go up the top of the nose and then around the end of the nose as well. And then I take a very small little brush. I don't want to rub that away too much, so I just go round, pat that in, go over again with a little bit. You need a little bit more just at the top here, and then pat it all in, and that just gives a little bit more definition. Okay, so that was the bronzer. I'm then going in with my blusher, and I'm taking my nude sticks in Bareback and popping a little bit just on the cheekbone, and then I want a little bit of a brighter colour to go with it, and I'm going to take what's left in this LYS blusher, pop that just on the top so it's a lot more of a brighter pink colour. I do like the little brush in the nude sticks, but I feel like I do prefer a fluffy brush. When I take my blusher as well, I'm lifting upwards, I'm not going down, to give a nice bit of lift and colour on the face. So then taking my concealer, I'm starting off with my Rimmel, and I'm popping that under the eye, and then just to make it ever so slightly brighter, I'm taking my L'Oreal. It's good for brightening, so I just pop a dot of that on either side as well. Then taking my beloved Zoeva concealer blender, and I'm just going to tap that all under the eye, and then when I get close to where I've done my eyeliner, I just want to sharpen that out, but try not to hit where you've done all that eyeshadow. So I'm just going to pat this under the eye and blend this all together. Right, so now my concealer is all put down and blended. I am taking my powder puff, and I'm taking my pink Morphe powder underneath my eye, just to set that all into place. And I don't know if you can see there, it does also brighten. And I'm taking the same on the other side. Rather than baking, I do find that if you really just push the powder in, you actually end up using less product, because I feel like you just blow all the powder away if you bake with it. So by pushing it in, it's actually into the skin, and I do find it really gives that smooth effect. So I am adding, I'd say about a medium pressure under the eye to create that smoother effect. I'm popping a little bit on the head as well, because I do find that I get oily there. And then what I've got left, I'm going on the chin and then around the nose, but mainly focusing it under the eyes and more on the head as well, because that's where I feel like I need it setting down. I'm then just adding a bit of extra glow, and I'm taking my Anastasia palette in the shade Stardust, and then I'm popping that just on the cheekbones, just sort of patting that on and then blending it in. And then I do like having glow at the top of my nose. I then want to finish off the eyes. Let me zoom you back in. So I want to take more of this eyeshadow under my eye. I'm taking a slightly lighter colour than what I used for my wing, and I'm popping this on a flat brush. This is from the same palette that I used to do my wing. Popping that under the eye, and then the further in I go, the lighter I sort of want the brown colour. So I'm taking like a medium brown along here, and then going back in again with the same mascara I used for my eyelashes at the top. Popping a little bit of that just under the eye. I'm taking this tool, which is really useful. It's like a metal spoolie, and I'm going from underneath, lifting up and combing the lashes through, and then just a little bit on the top. And this just helps to separate the lashes a bit more. So then again, doing the same on the other eye, going underneath, adding the mascara, and then combing through. Okay, so I have just done the other eye. So you can see now that it's a lot more defined. I feel like it shapes my eyes a lot more. So to finish off, we're moving on to the lips. So I'm going to keep the lips more on the pinky side, as I have gone a little bit more pinky with the eyes, so I feel like it's going to complement it. So I'm just taking this lip liner. This is from Grimace. I've had this for a while, but it's just like a little pinky toned lip liner. So I am going to overline my lips slightly. So I'm going to take it a little bit further down in the middle of my bottom lip, as well as the middle of my top lip, and then follow my natural lip line for the rest of my lips. So that's my lips lined, and now it's time to fill them in. Okay, so to fill my lips in, I'm actually taking some of the P. Louise colour base. This is in the shade Winter Rose, and I'm going to do a little bit of a mixture here. So I'm going to take a bit of this, I'm just taking it on my finger and then dabbing that onto the lips, and then going to rub it in just to create that initial colour. Okay, so we now have that initial colour. To go in on the top, I'm just taking a Revolution lip gloss, and this is in like a pinky shade. I'm just adding a little bit of that sparkle and popping that all over the lips. Okay, so now the lip is done, we want to set it all into place. Sorry, I've just taken my hair down. So I am just going to take my It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better setting spray, and I'm just going to do a few spritzes on my face, and then I'm just getting a fan, and this is going to keep it all in place. It's going to help settle the powder down, so it does make quite a bit of difference. I'm just taking my powder puff again, and where that setting spray's gone, I'm just really pushing that into the skin to make sure it's all settled down. And then this is the finished result. So it's quite like a slightly cut crease, warm pink smoky eye with a pink lip, very pink vibes, but a nice sort of light glowy like colour on the skin. It does give a nice bit of like definition to your face and eyes. And obviously I've done this with a pink. If you wanted to, you could alter it and do the eyes with a brown or any other colours like a purple. So it's completely dependent on what you would like to do with your face, your eyes. If you prefer more nudes and browns, you could definitely do this with a nude brown tone. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you again for watching. If you have any ideas for any other videos that you would like to see, please do let me know. Thank you for watching this video today. I really appreciate it. If you like it, please like. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.